Hey everyone, how you doing? Hey look, another quick video today, a bit of camp gear. We're going to be talking about this bad boy here. This is the camp keg, the 10 litre PET keg. Susan and I ended up getting it because we thought it might be a nice addition to take out camping, save us with some beer cans and stubbies while we're out bush with that waste. So look, we're going to go through what we actually got here and take a look at it, fill it up, and yeah, show you how it actually works. But yeah, stick around and we'll show you how it's done. So yeah, guys, so yeah, straight up from Adventure Capital, this is the camp keg. The model here that Susan and I ended up running with is the 10 litre PET keg that comes with the regulator. I'll just put that up there. Comes with the regulator, comes with black light shield beer line and the Pluto gun. I think this was the budget pack or the bougie pack as we call it, which we'll put it up here so you can actually see the model that we've actually bought. We've been looking at kegs for quite a while, and really we kind of wanted something that, because Susan and I, we're not home brewers, we're not we're not sort of into that sort of stuff, and with kegs and stuff, essentially we just wanted something that would reduce, waste and that sort of stuff, your beer cans and your stubbies and all of that sort of stuff out camping. So we've been looking for kegs for quite a while, but we just wanted something that's super easy to use. When we came across the camp kegs here from Adventure Capital, it just looked awesome and super easy to use. You could probably notice on here, this keg's a little bit dinged up because Susan and I have given it a bit of a flogging just to see how it actually works. But the kit itself, essentially, it comes straight to your door with everything that you need to rock and roll. It's essentially fill it and you're good to go. The pack itself even came with your soda bulbs that attach to your regulator there, so you're basically good to rock and roll. What we'll do, I just want to break down so you can see everything that came in the pack and how we actually use it. So look, I just want you to know, Susan and I, no home brewers, none of that sort of stuff. Basically 3 reasons, I think, maybe 3, Suze? 3 reasons why we actually bought this. The first reason, which was the main one, is having less waste out camping. No stubbies, no beer cans, anything like that. And remembering with this keg here, even if you don't drink beer, you could have cocktails in it. You could have anything in it. You could even have the kids' soft drink in it. Or if you want to roll with a bit of sparkling water, you could have water in this. So all you need to do is have a glass or a cup and fill this up. So it's a really good option to be able to take away camping. 10 litres is enough to keep you out of trouble. It's so it's good for that waste. The second reason is, honestly, when you're out camping, like Dad said, how nice would it be at the end of the day, you've had a really long drive, you've gone to a different place, you've been fishing, you've been hunting, you've been out on the boat, mud crabbing all day, you come back to your campsite at the end when the sun's going down and you pour a beer, like you're having a pint or a schooner out at camp. It's like your own beautiful pub wherever you're camping. Like, that just sounds magical to me. It does. That sounds awesome, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. And the third reason, I don't even know what the third reason is. I think at the end of the day, if you wanted to impress, even if you don't go camping, if you wanted to impress your your family and friends at Uncle Davo's birthday party next thing for his barbecue at his house, imagine rocking up with this. You'd be the coolest kid on the block. The only problem with that is that you rock up with one of these to a family barbecue, everyone will be coming around like seagulls because they'd want to have a go at it. That's how good this bloody thing is. But look, they're the main reasons why we ended up getting it. But look, we'll break down here so you can actually see the components. We'll fill it up and then, yeah, crack a beer. So guys, straight out of the box, as I showed you before, comes with everything. Even the all the lines and the bars and the disconnects, they're all ready fitted. So essentially when we did pull it out of the box, basically everything, because it's all got the O-rings, everything's all pre-lubed. So all it is basically just making sure finger tight, making sure that everything is tight, you know, in transit and all those sorts of things. But essentially with this here, just unscrewing it, it has your two lines. So one of them is for your beer or your flow line, your drinking, and the other one is for the gas. For your CO2, for this one here, there are notches that you'll see here. There are notches actually on this screw-on part here, like you'd see on like a left-hand thread. That indicates that it's for the gas. And at the top, with the ring, you'll see there that it is it's for purging. So you can release the pressure from the keg itself, just from the purger here. Also with these, when you do get it, just make sure, yeah, like I said, just finger tight, just make sure that everything is connected and hasn't loosened up in transit. But in here itself, like I said, the O-rings are pre-lubed, lubed and ready to roll. The lines are already attached. The only other thing that we actually had to put in there is just your floating dip tip here, which is at the end. It was in the bottom of the keg. All you need to do is just put that on that line here. So when you do put your liquid in there, it sits in there right to be able to draw that fluid out. But essentially that's it. I don't think there was anything else that we needed to add there. Everything that you need is actually in the kit. So all you need to do, really, give it a rinse out. If you want to test it, it is recommended that you actually put water in it first, just to make sure that when you do put it under pressure, that there's no leaks. You'd probably be able to hear it. So it's good to just check it with water first, just to make sure that everything is sealed properly in this keg before you actually use it and put your actual drinks or cocktails or anything in this before you roll. It's just a good way to check it. Susan and I, we have run this a few times, and it's been absolutely great, super easy to use. And as I said, you know, we're not keg and home brewers and all the rest of the stuff. But so yeah, just for a novice as far as kegs and that sort of stuff are concerned, very super easy to use. But what we'll do now, I will fill this so we can actually see how it's actually used, put it under a bit of pressure, and we'll pour some beers, and just so that, yeah, you can see it in action. Hey guys, so what we're going to do now, just going to fill it, and as I said before, it doesn't need to be beer, but you know, for our purposes, with off-grid camping, I'm going to be using it for beer. But you can put cocktails and everything in this, even non-alcoholic drinks, all of those sorts of things. So just keep that in mind. But for this purpose, is just so that we can see it actually in action. I'm going to be using beer, and you know how I roll. If it's going to be the best, you got to use the very best. So essentially with this, guys, I'm just going to be filling it with some beer. And then, yeah, we'll go from there and pressurize it. But seriously, with this, with normal beer, when you do put it in, it's essentially you're going to be using it straight away. So when we go out camping, we're filling it with the beer. Over the weekend that we're going out camping, I'm using that beer straight away. It's not something that is going to sit in there for a long period of time. Home brewers and all that sort of stuff, if you are watching this, you know how you roll with your own beers and that sort of stuff. But for this, it's just a demonstration of how I utilize this for off-grid camping. Oh yeah, baby. All right, guys. So put some beer in there. All I'm going to do now is push that back on. Put the cap here, just to seal that down. And when you do put beer in it, I do notice, yeah, because everything's carbonated in there already. So there's a little bit of gas, a little bit of foam in there. So I like to sit it for a bit and then purge it before we actually put the CO2 on there and pressurize it up again. So yeah, it's always good just to sit it. And I think when you go out camping, Make sure you fill it maybe like the night or the day before, and just have it resting in your fridge there before you actually take it out, just so everything's actually done and you give it time just to sit and settle for a little bit. But it is quite pressurized in here because of because of the carbonation and the foam in there. But leave it sit for a bit, and then with the release valve, just to release and purge a little bit before we actually put the CO2 on there to rock and roll. But yeah, cool. So guys, we've got everything in here. So we're just going to put it in this little bad boy here. We'll put it in your esky, in your esky or your camp fridge, depending on how you want to roll out there. But for this one here, for the evening on a Saturday, just going to put it in this and just whack some ice around it. So guys, once you have this in and your beer and your keg and everything's all sorted out, with your regulator here, with this setup here with the soda bulbs, what you want to do with this regulator here is you want it backed right off. So nothing's going to take or any pressure is going to go in here. So you want it backed right off before you actually screw this into the regulator itself. What you will find is when you do get to a certain point, you'll feel it actually take, and it'll pierce the top of your soda bulb here, and you'll feel a bit of pressure. What you need to do is just be a bit swift about it. Don't muck around with it, because you'll hear a bit of a zoot on there. So don't be afraid of that. Just make sure that you keep screwing it on there. So I'll do it now. I've got it backed off. So I'll just screw this on, and this is just a normal thread. So yep, a little bit of a zoot there, as you probably would have seen. My freckle just puckered a little bit there, as I do with these things. But essentially, once that's on there, it's basically ready to go. So I haven't actually put anything down on here to put any pressure. What we will do now is I will attach it to the disconnect here. And as I said earlier, it does have notches on this nut. The notches indicate like you would like a left-hand thread. That indicates that it's made for the gas. So with this one here, it's as simple as actually lifting it up and putting it on there. So that's it. Once that's connected there, you'll feel quite a positive thing when you push that on, and that's actually good to go. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll put the gas line of the beer line on now. Beer line in, so that's on there as well. Same deal. And there she is. So the beer line's on there, and the gas line. What I'll do now is normally for what we've used it for, look, there's a lot of stuff online that you can actually see around pressures and those sorts of things. But what I found with this keg here, the 10 litre, to keep the fluid and keep your liquids in there carbonated, keep it maintained, and be able to have enough pressure to be able to push the beer or liquid through the line. 10 psi or between 10 and 12 is quite a sweet spot. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to put on, just going to turn it up to where I see it kind of going. It'll end up, you'll hear a sound here where it actually fills up the keg. So it'll make a noise where it's actually filling up that the keg chamber, and you can hear it's actually taking. I don't know whether you can actually hear that. Now once it fills up, I want the actual gauge to be sitting at about 10 psi. So that looks good. I'll just gammon back it down just a little bit. So once that fills up and it sits there at the 10 psi, I like to leave it just for a little bit before we actually start cracking into it. But yeah, so that's sitting at 10 psi. We'll sit it there for a little bit, and then we'll pour a beer and see how we go. Cheers. Hey guys, you know what time it is. Let's pour a beer. Sun's going down here in beautiful Brizzy. Massive shout out to Adventure Capital for sending out for us to try one of these unbreakable pint glasses, which are also on their website to check it out as well. These are absolutely beautiful. So we'll pour one in this and we'll see how we go. No doubt I'm probably going to pour it and it's probably going to be a balls up, but we'll give it a crack. Here we go. Oh. Look at that. Just imagine that, eh? You've been driving all day, you know, going to your next place. Sun's going down, you got the fire going, you know. Thinking about what you're going to be cooking up for dinner, and you pull up and you pour one of those bad boys. Look at that. Oh. Hold the phone. Just give me a moment. Oh. How awesome is that? Just imagine that. You know, going to your next campsite and you're pulling up and you're cracking one of those. It'd be absolutely unreal. Sun going down, all those sorts of things. You know, you've been out fishing, you've been hunting, you know, cleaning, filling up your fish. Pour a beer out there on tap while you're out camping. Absolutely, I don't think you can beat it. But guys, it is that simple to use. Hope you actually got something out of it. This keg is the 10 litre model, and just for a little bit of thing, so you actually understand, like, you know, for 10 litres how much beer it actually is. So I think comparison, I think it's about 24 to 26 beer cans, and that's 375ml cans. So, you know, you're looking at a slab of beer there. They do have the 20 litre models as well. So, you know, for those longer trips, or, you know, Uncle Davo's barbecue on the weekend, that kind of stuff. But look, they do have a lot of other models. They've got the ones where it's the esky setup with the taps on front. They've actually got the 12-volt fridge. Camp fridge that's rigged up with a tap for your kegs, and they've also got gear for kegerators and those sorts of things. They also sell other camping gear and some off-road stuff as well. So definitely check it out. It's Adventure Capital. Suze and I will put a link in the description below. If you want any of this gear, please click on it. We'll also put a code so you can get a further discount on the gear. It is absolutely amazing. It's really, really easy to use. And on their website itself, they've got so many different helpful videos. So if you're not really that kind of clued up, like Suze and I, you can watch those videos and actually get those hints and tips and those sorts of things. But just to recap, guys, yes, I've got beer in it, the very best as always, but you can put in anything you want. Imagine having that with a bourbon and coke, or a rum and coke at the end of the day, or a CC and dry, or mix up a couple of cocktails. You like some tequilas, or, you know, all those other drinks and you know, that you might want to have at the end of the night, you know, around a campfire. Absolutely perfect for it. You can put non-alcoholic stuff in there as well. Put your soft drinks in there just to save space, or water if you want a bit of sparkling water out there, you know, be a little bit fancy. But absolutely amazing product. Absolutely stoked with it. It's the Camp Keg, Adventure Capital. Check it out. Guys, I know it's been a bit between videos. Really appreciate the following and the support. Please keep it up. Absolutely appreciate our followers and everything. Thank you guys so much. I will start off with drink responsibly. Stay safe out on the roads. Please look after yourselves on your next camp trip. Clean up after yourselves. And until the next video, get amongst it. Cheers. Hold on a second, Suze. You!